Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to sew a ruffled hem using a basting stitch. If you're new here, my name is Sandra and this is my space where I sew things that you can easily sew too. So let's get into this tutorial. I've always wondered how they make ruffles like this at the bottom of skirts, dresses, tops and sleeves. This is typically done using a basting stitch and I'm going to show you how to do this. The example I will use involves creating a ruffled hem to go onto the bottom of a dress I previously made. For this, I first measured the width of the bottom of my dress. I then cut out a rectangle panel that was twice as long as this measurement. To do this, I had to attach two pieces of fabric together, and this essentially is what creates the ruffle. It's really important that the panel is significantly longer. On one side of this panel, which would make up the bottom of my dress, I hemmed it by folding and then doing a straight stitch. I then did a basting stitch on the other side of the panel, which is the side that would be attached to the bottom of the dress I made. To do a basting stitch, set your machine to a straight stitch and the longest stitch length possible. On my machine, this is a 4. Then sew 2 straight stitches at the edge of your fabric, about ½ centimeter between each other. Don't backstitch and keep the strings long because you're going to be pulling these. Once you're done, you're then going to pull on these strings gently and gather the fabric along here with your hands. It is a little bit tricky at the start, but it does get easier once you do some gathering. What I would recommend is if this is your first time doing this, just practice on a small piece of fabric before you put this into practice on a bigger project. And really importantly, don't pull the thread too tight to avoid breaking. This does take some time, so just have some patience. Try to make your gathering as even as possible along the panel and then stop gathering once the length of this piece has been reduced to the width of the garment that you're attaching it to. So for me, I stopped once the length of this gathered piece of fabric was the same width as the skirt, the dress that I had made. And then once you're done, you sew this ruffled piece to the bottom of your garment. After this, if there are any visible basting stitches, you can remove these with a seam ripper and you are done. This part is optional though, and it does take some time. When I posted this tutorial on my TikTok, I got lots of really helpful tips from other people, and so I'm also going to share these with you in case they're helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I will see you in the next one.